Silver, Hyderabad.
Good morning. I'm Snigdha and this is Chandana from Silver Oaks, the School of Hyderabad, here to exhibit our research-based model under the theme environmental controversies such as dam controversies. What you're seeing here is the blue planet, our Earth. And this is a dam that is created in many parts of the Earth to sustain our needs.
A dam is a barrier that impounds water. It is generally used to serve the primary purpose of retaining the water in the upstream and regulating its flow time to time.
A dam is created for the sole purpose of generating electricity, for water diversion, for water stabilization, for irrigation and for recreation and aquatic beauty. But now let's see what these dams are actually doing.
After an extensive research, we found that there is a lot of impact of dams on the environment. The forests around the dams are cleared at the time of the construction, where animals are losing their natural habitat. Even the natural corridors created by the ecosystem for fauna are also disturbed at the time of their construction and their existence. These are the reasons for which many animals are getting extinct at a fast rate.
If you see, for example, what dams can do to the people, it is noted that there is actually dam reservoirs are created in tropical areas where there is a slow movement of water. This part of the dam is always stable, so it literally becomes a breeding ground for vectors like mosquitoes, snails, and flies, which carry disease like malaria, schistosomiasis, and river blindness. The people get displaced and deprived from their natural habitat, and this in turn leads them to become the environmental refugees and human refugees. Under the human refugees, the people get displaced. There is a loss of archaeological and cultural sites, and there is a spread of disease throughout. Under the environmental refugees, there is a lack of fish ladder, and there is a loss of habitat for living creatures. Nutrients and sediments in the soil get lost, and there is a major disturbance in the food chain.
And coming to the impact of dams on the rivers, because of dams, the water flow of the rivers is decreasing day by day, and even dams increase the temperature of the water, which is not suitable for the aquatic life. And even they block and slow down the flow of rivers. Like in such a situation where the dam is built at this region, the water is blocked at this place, where the people living in the downstream won't get water, and there is a scarcity created over there. And even the turbines used in the dam hurt fish, which is causing their death. And because of these reasons, even the predator risk is increasing day by day.
When we look at the impact assessment, we can say that there are people who get affected by all of this. So the state displaces the people from their natural habitat, and this often leads to abuse of masses by planners. They do this in the name of common good. It is to date estimated that there are 40 to 80 millions of people who are physically deprived of their habitat and in the whole wide world in the name of dam constructions.
Dams have both advantages and disadvantages for us, but in big picture, they are acting as beneficiary only for the urban areas and few places of irrigation. Mostly they are acting as disadvantages for the ecosystem. Particularly speaking, disruption of the human life, as we discussed with the refugees, and the harm to wildlife and nature.
So, if we draw a close conclusion to the topic, it can be said that dams have adverse effects on the economically and sociable and environmental conditions of the economy. They hinder the wildlife corridors by cutting the rivers into smaller pieces and creating scarcities for those who live around the banks. Is one of the major causes for environmental refugees, and it creates there's soil erosion that takes place, environmental florology takes place, and then there is a cause of the species get extinct and unwanted disease gets spread. One of the major factors is that the dam contributes to the global warming by releasing gases like CH3s, chlorofluorocarbons, and methane oxides. So, in the big picture, would you be able to live in a world with things like this? It is very difficult. And how can a person possibly be convinced with 10 advantages a dam possesses when it has a quality of 20 disadvantages? How ironic it is that such a small planet has such a big effect on such a big planet.
We're not saying no dams, but conveying that there are few considerations which people need to remember before constructing a dam, such as water table, permeability of the surrounding rocks or soil, and landslide and slope stability, others which we are forgetting about. Because of this negligence, there are n number of problems which are going to greet us in the long run. And in the end, all we wish for is harmony between dams and its surroundings, and the rest is left in the hands of their future creators.
And for example, these pictures, this is the depiction of how the dam is currently. If you see over here, there is a turbine, and in the fish, it is too low that the fish they are getting affected because of the heat produced by the turbines. Over here, there is not enough passage for the water to flow from here, hence creating a space for breeding grounds for mosquitoes. There is no fish passage, and because they are unsure of the safety, the dam, there is no recreation that is allowed.
But in the modified version which we are proposing, it says that the turbine is kept in such a height where it won't affect the water directly, and the fish will be safe. And there is a fish passage created so that the fish can move from the downstream to the upstream. And it is advisable to at least open 1 or 2 gates always so that there won't be any stagnant water in the upstream. And because of all these factors, it is sure that the recreation is possible.